Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Carla Fitz. I am a certified life coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful little girls. My hope for this podcast is to offer support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to this episode. I'm blessed to be here with you guys. Happy beginning of Christmas. It's not really the beginning, we're smack in the middle of Christmas, but it's a beautiful time of year. Just really enjoying our family time and our downtime and just time by the fire. This is one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite times of year, because is the time to really snuggle up and cuddle and enjoy our family time. My husband and I started praying with the girls every night. We just do a decade of the rosary together and try to keep it simple because, I have a 7 and a 4-year-old, so they don't sit still very often or for very long. And so we have to make it work for what really is working for our family, what really enlightens us, in what empowers us, in what makes us just feel so aligned, right? And I think all of us, this looks very different for each of our families. Prayer time is going to look different. Holidays are going to look different. But this time of the year has been a transition for us as a family and for me, because it used to be all about the gifts. It used to be about how many gifts can we fit in the stockings. And as we have gotten older, as we have learned more about our faith and have connected more with God and have, learned from reading books about hurry and reading books about minimalism and the importance of just simplifying our lives, it really has transitioned for us. And it has been a process. This was not, we woke up one Christmas and we just decided to do it simply. This has been a process. But I wanted to utilize this time with you guys here to talk about simplicity, to talk about how important it is to just simplify our lives so that we can have a more stable, more calm, more quiet, more peaceful, joyful life. So as I mentioned, previous years, this is probably the lightest Christmas we've had so far, which has been a blessing. But it's been a transition. I started the process of minimizing the amount of stuff that we have in the house back in 2020. So when we started that process, it was interesting because what I learned was that the more I got rid of stuff, the lighter I felt. The less stuff we had, the less stressed I felt because, I was cleaning less. I was picking up less after my kids and after ourselves. And I noticed that the girls were also calmer. And this is a huge correlation for the record. We think that the most, or maybe not us, maybe we don't think that way, but society has created this standard that the more you have, the happier you are. The more stuff you get for your kids, the happier they are. And this isn't the case. I have seen it in other people's kids, but I, for one, have seen it so much in my girls. The less amount of toys they have, the happier they are. Because if you think about it, when you have, let's just talk journals, because I love journals and I have a lot of those. But let's say that you are utilizing 6 journals all at once. When you have 6 journals to pick from, if you think about it, you have to make another decision. You have so many decisions to make in a day. And then on top of that, you're like, oh, which one do I want to use? And then you don't remember where you put the thing. And then you get frustrated because you have no idea where the thing went or where you wrote that at. And it just gets overwhelming. And I'm just using, just a random object that I just happen to have a few of. But if you think about clothing, right? If we have 15 sweaters, I also love sweaters, for the record. I'm just putting my life out there for you guys. I love sweaters, but if I have a bunch of sweaters, then I'm constantly struggling because I don't know which one I want. Whereas if I have just a few sweaters and I love all of them, I don't have to think about it. I just simply pick the sweaters that feels good that day. And I think the same happens for our kids. When it comes to toys, the more toys they have, the more anxiety they feel. The more toys they have, the more decisions they have to make, the more they have to clean after themselves, and therefore they just get overwhelmed. I remember for a long time we used to actually have a toy room in our old house, and in this house we also had it for a little bit. And we realized the girls never played in that room. They were constantly asking us to play in our room where there was not much, and they were wanting to play in the living room or in the hallway, wherever, just wherever except for that room, because it was overwhelming for them. And so we started this minimizing process of just simplifying our stuff. And with simplifying our stuff, we also started simplifying our time. Where are we spending our time at? Because so often our time gets taken away by things that we're not even aware of, whether it's social media or just on our phones, on reading, on whatever it is. A lot of times is electronics lately because it's become part of our culture. But when we spend so much time in this kind of stuff, the time runs out. We are constantly feeling like we don't have enough time. And the same kind of sensation or emotion or feeling comes up when we don't feel like we have enough stuff. If we get this next journal, I will feel happier. If we get these high heel shoes, I will feel happier. I'm going to be happier. I'm going to look better. Therefore, I will be happier. And this isn't the case. And I think is sad and concerning. And it makes me sad because the more I get into simplifying my life, the happier I am. It also affects our gratitude, right? Because we are so focused on getting the next thing, we can never achieve happiness. It's a fake happiness. And so this past week, I was on Instagram and I came across this post that said, the first Christmas was very simple. How about we just make this Christmas a simple Christmas for our families? And it really hit me really hard. Because for so many years, I've been focused on just pleasing everyone with things. And so this year, and I'm going to share this practice and see if some of you can relate to this. But this year, I decided that we wouldn't have stockings at all. And I decided the girls would get a gift from us, just one gift from us. And my parents, they love to get gifts for the girls. Both set of grandparents do. But my mom and dad, they come from Venezuela, and for them I just want to get them everything in the world. And it does come out of a lot of love, right? But this year I asked them to just pick one gift for the girls and just keeping it simple. But the other thing that has been in my heart a lot too is that in simplifying this Christmas, this Advent, we also need to just experience simplifying our life in 2024. Practicing a little more simplicity. I read in one of my books that I'm reading right now, which I'm reading a lot, that the way that we know the amount of generosity we have is not about how much stuff we get rid of or how much stuff we give, but on how much stuff we keep. And again, I feel like God lately has been really talking very loudly on simplicity, on living a calmer life, the power of living a calmer, slower, joyful, simpler life. And so I wanted to utilize this time to really talk about simplicity and talk about how important it is to just slow down and enjoy the time that we are in with our families right now. This is a season where we should be focused on preparing our hearts, going to confessions, going to mass, praying together as a family. And I'm not saying like you have to do it all. In fact, I'm actually encouraging you to keep it simple. This is the second time I record this podcast. The first time I did the podcast, I broke it down into 4 sections. I broke it down into simplifying business, simplifying family life, simplifying our faith, and simplifying our homes. But after sleeping through it and thinking about it, I realized that I complicated that episode. Go figure, right? It's just our human instinct is to complicate, not to simplify. So this is a practice. I have been saying it from the beginning of this episode. This is a practice. It's a process. I'm still in progress, and I'm going to continue to be in progress. My husband laughs at me because I love emptying our drawers, and he's like, "Are you ever going to be done emptying those drawers?" And I have kids. The drawers get filled with like crayons somehow. They're just multiplying. I don't know how that happens. But I'm constantly just trying to declutter. And I made this deal with my girls this past year that if they want new toys, they have to give away toys. We don't just keep all of our toys because there are kids out there that really do need it more than they do. And I think it's a beautiful thing to teach our kids also to live more simply, to create a sense of it's enough. We don't need more. This is enough. And I just wanted to share that message. I didn't want to complicate it, breaking it into pieces, because I think simplicity is something that you can absolutely apply to every area of your life. When it comes to business, I want to just give you one piece of advice. Simplify your business to a way that works for you. I want to encourage you to practice the 80-20 rule. Remember that 80% of your results come out of the 20% of your work. You don't need to do it all. You don't need to do all the trendy thing. You don't need to do things that you don't feel called to do. Allow yourself to simply let your business work for you. Create a business that you love, that you're passionate to show up for, that you're ready to show up in the hours that you set for yourself, and keep it simple. When it comes to your faith, I just want to encourage you to spend some time with Jesus daily. It doesn't have to be complicated. Our time with God can be anywhere, anytime, in any form that you want to be. I love going to Mass. I love going to Holy Hour and being right there with the Blessed Sacrament. But truly, you can sit on a couch and pray and set aside some silent time with Jesus, to have some quiet space with Him, and invite the Holy Spirit to be with you. When it comes to your family, is do the things that really inspire you. Do the things that make you happy, not the things that exhaust you, but the things that truly bring joy to your heart, to your kids' heart, and to your husband's heart. And sometimes we need to make sacrifices, it's true, but we don't need to complicate things. This past week, my husband took our girls to wash the van, and I was worried because I was like, oh no, are they just going to sit in the car and do nothing? Like, what are they going to be doing? And I was complicating it in my head. Well, they came back home, and my 4-year-old could not stop talking about how amazing their date with Daddy was. Oh my goodness, Mommy. Daddy was washing the car outside, and I was inside, and we were running inside of the car, and it was so much fun trying to catch the water. And I'm just like, this is incredible. All they needed was time with their dad, with the car parked at a car wash, and following the water. It's the little things. It's always the little things. The other day I did nails with my girls. We did school. We went for a walk. We went outside. And when I asked her at the end of the day what her favorite moment of the day was, her answer was sitting on the couch reading the book with you. This is true. For us, for all of us, it's always about the little things. But society has created this need to complicate things. And I want to free you from this necessity today. Simplify your life. Simplify it in a way that truly brings joy to your heart. And when it comes to your home, that was the last piece of my last podcast, the very first edition of this podcast, just simplify things. You cannot imagine how good it feels to empty your house. How good it feels to not have to clean so much. I don't know about you, but I don't love cleaning. Actually, I do enjoy cleaning now. But when I had to fix so many things and dust so many things, I was over it. I love having super simple decorations that truly bring joy to my heart and not having to clean that often. And when we do clean, it's so much faster. We're not having to spend extra time out of our week to clean the stuff that we have. Some of the stuff is worth keeping. Some of the stuff will bring you a smile every time you look at it. I have pieces from Venezuela that I will never give away because they're memories. I have my saints, my statues that I love. Pictures that bring me joy every time I look at them. And they're not there just to fill a hole. They're there because they mean something to me. And that is the power of simplifying your life. You will notice the anxiety inside of you calming down. You will notice so much more joy and so much peace within you because your focus is on the things that matter. Your focus will not be divided by the amount of stuff we have or the amount of activities we signed up for or the amount of business stuff we need to do, but we are showing up for the things that truly bring joy to our hearts. You will feel balanced, you will feel more aligned, and I cannot recommend it enough. So this week, spend some time really focusing on the things that matter. Time with God, time with your family, and times doing the things that you love to do, the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you fulfillment. And I can guarantee you that you can shrink the amount of stuff to a very few amount that actually make you happy. So I hope you're having an amazing beginning of your Christmas season and that you're preparing your heart to receive Jesus. I am praying for you always, and I'm here for you guys. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Until next week, God bless. If you are ready to dive deeper into life coaching from a Catholic perspective, then make sure you schedule a free consultation. The link will be in the description. This is an opportunity for you to work with someone who will empower you and support you in all of your endeavors. This is a journey, and being together and working with someone who believes in you even when you don't is life-changing. So if you're interested in growing and creating faith-driven success, make sure to reserve a time to chat with me. Until next time, God bless.